Hans was born in Norway in 1874. Somehow he got to Alaska. He was working in a restaurant in Nome and was picked up on a charge of public indecency and convicted later on for being an insane person at large, probably because he was gay. Well, the fact is, we're both gay men.
And we're insane!
Thank you, dear. During the time of Morningside, it was still considered an abnormal mental condition. And so we have sympathies for these folks. The Lost Alaskans Project basically started out as a history project for the Alaska Mental Health Trust.
They started gathering all the data, and then we stumbled into their laps and started digging up a lot of history from Portland, from Oregon.
Literally.
Literally. They didn't have a mental health system set up in what was at the time territory of Alaska. The Department of Interior was the overseer of the territory, and they contracted out to take care of the insane and send them to Morningside in Portland. And we see a name that says, "Tell my story." And what's the story? And then you go to the death certificate, and then you find out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start doing a little more research, and you put flesh back on the bones, as it were.
Okay. Jane Doe Katewa, admitted July 10th, 1923, from Juneau, Native American medicine woman. Mental enfeeblement, Sam Gardino, admitted 1926, from Cordova. Senile dementia. Delusion that all women are sirens seeking his destruction.
Physical condition is poor.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Perovich of Alaska was admitted on July 31st of 1903 at the age of 35. Delusions of persecution, speaks of his intention of taking his own life. And then the hospital later added, partly demented, morose and irritable, talks but little, masturbates excessively, is well nourished, eats and sleeps well, has not been violent. And that note was taken August 10th, 1903, and he was discharged to Portland in January of 1904. And he's buried at Multnomah Park.
Mm-hmm. It feels as though they want us to tell their story, and the story continues to build on itself. It tells us we're on to something.
The story of each one of the patients on why they were sent down and who they were, and it was just a story we wanted to tell